Okay, this is video part 2. We just finished clicking on insert right here. We had selected the 2 files. Then I went ahead and said to make sure that the very first thing you do is make sure all 4 of them are glossy, if that's what you want. And you select all 4 of them and you hit glossy right here. Then you can individually click each one and see that yes, that one's glossy. The second one, that's glossy. The fourth one, yep, and the third one, yep, they're all good to go. Now, it's really important to check that they're glossy before you print, because it can cause huge issues. We're gonna go ahead now and save this tray. I'm gonna have Rob do that, and you're going to wanna save it into the folder. So you're gonna go to File, Save As, in particular Save As, and the big orange thing, the big circle is the File button. So click on it, and then Save As, and then we're going to navigate specifically, go up a couple, one more, there you go, and under Rob, and then go into the folder that you already have your items in, and just call it maybe today's date. That way you're just always kind of organized on what files it was. One important thing to remember is that we can't ever relocate or move the folder, because the software can't locate the files unless it's in the exact area that it was. So go ahead and hit save, and you're good to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to want to, just takes a moment to save, there we go. Go ahead and hit the estimate button right here. That is going to give us a few seconds. It's going to pop up with the numbers right there. So this one says it's 55 grams of resin, 9 grams of support, hour-and-a-half printing time. So that's pretty accurate. It used to be I think $1.40 for the resin, 70 cents for internal, which is us, and then for the wax it was 70 cents a gram, and it's only 35 cents for us, so half that price. So if my math is correct, we're looking at 35 bucks roughly out the door, and that's how that works. You've already saved it, so now if you wanted to go ahead and build it, you would actually just make sure that over here, usually when this is turned on initially, that center next to the stop where the mouse is a red button. We just want to click it and turn it green. The reason why it's not red or green is because before you walked in, I actually started a print job just to warm up the printer, and that's why you can see it says it's warming the heads. If you turn the machine on from a cold standstill and you press start on your files, it'll take about 30 minutes to warm up the machine, get everything ready, and then it starts printing on its own. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I'll go ahead and turn the machine on, open the smallest file I have, and just say print. Yes, I want to print it, and that way it starts the warming up process and gets it ready, and it can potentially save us 20 minutes down the road. Anyhow, down here, if you're okay with that, are you okay with all the orientations on the way they're going to be angled? Perfect. Go ahead and press build. That's basically your start button, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions. Automatic placement has not been performed. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. I do not use automatic placement myself, but what that does is when you have 20 items, it will automatically put them in areas it thinks it is best. And it says the tray will be overwritten. Yes, that's appropriate. Now it's going to bring us to the other screen, which is over here, the job manager. If you don't touch anything here, it'll automatically change by itself. It's a bit slow. I definitely suggest letting the software do its thing. And what you'll see here is that there is 420, and that is waiting. That's Rob's job. And you'll notice that the numbers over here are a little different. See how it says 56 grams and 20 grams? The last screen was correct. This screen is not correct until it starts printing. But go ahead and click on tray 4. That was my little test object. So that's what I used to kind of pre-print. So click on it one time where it says tray 4. And then if you click on the stop hand, and then yes, I want to stop printing. Okay, so let's let it sit for a second. It says it's stopped. Let's let it finish up whatever it's going to do. It's probably going to go over here and do something. So it turned red. So now we're ready to go. That is stopped, and Rob's job is now waiting. So if Rob uses the right mouse and tells the screen, just click it one time to press green, now it's ready to receive a file. Now on the other computer mouse, on the laptop, go ahead and click on the 420, and then the bottom right of that, hover over it, and it should say resume. Go ahead and hit resume. You also could try restart, but it should be fine. How you doing?